Okay. We just both got surprised because we switched from photo to video and it made our faces really big. Okay, so we promised we were going to do another video. Well, I promised.
Who promised? I just found out about it a couple minutes ago. I found out when you found out about it.
So we've got some questions here that we're going to talk about. Just random stuff.
Random questions.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, here we go.
So the first one is, do you collect anything? Do you collect anything?
I don't. Not really, no.
I guess you do. So I collect Christmas ornaments from places that we visit because we have like a Christmas travel tree. Anyway, and we put all those ornaments. We used to just put them on our regular tree, but now we have a different tree that's just for those. And it like is our souvenir. That's the right word. That's the word I was looking for. From the trip. That's what we get when we go somewhere is, and we've been doing it for years and years and years and years. So,
By we, it's you.
So yeah, I have that. I also have a tendency to collect coffee mugs. I have a lot of coffee mugs. Brian wishes I didn't.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
I love them so much. And I also love cookbooks. I haven't been, I collect those, but not as many as I used to.
No.
Okay. All right. Soup or salad?
It's a rough one. Probably generally salad. I would say salad.
And I would say soup, but it depends on the soup and it depends on the salad.
Of course. Yeah.
But you are more likely to choose salad and I am more likely to choose soup. Would you agree with that?
You throw a sheet crab soup in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lobster bisque or something. Oh, yeah, I'm all over that. But generally, I would say I go salad more just because there's more things that you can do with it.
And you like salad. I mean, like you really, really enjoy it.
Salad, yeah.
Okay. Do you look more like your mom or dad? And who do you act more like?
Take this one.
Okay. I look a lot more like my dad, for sure. Like, for major sure. Like, I don't know if anybody's really ever said I look like my mom, although she's beautiful. I wish. And who do you act more like? More like my dad. Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm actually a pretty good mix between the two. I don't know that I look much more one like the other. I sound like my dad a lot. People always say that.
When I first met you, I thought you looked more like your mom.
Okay.
But as you've aged so well too, I'm trying to say, I do see characteristics of both, I think.
I've aged like a stinky old cheese.
Okay, so
who do you act more like? Gosh, again, I think a combination of the two. I don't know. Who would you say?
I don't know. That's hard. That's really hard. I mean, maybe your mom, but no. I don't know. That's a hard one. Okay. We'll have to ask them what they think.
How many siblings do you have? I have one sibling, my sister Lisa.
And she's older, 3 years older.
Yes, 3 years. 3 years and 3 days.
And I have two brothers. Mark is 15 years older, and Mike is 12 years older.
Yep.
I was a surprise. The best surprise of their life, I bet, right?
Yep.
I don't know. We'll ask them. Okay. Food that you hate. Oh, anybody that knows me at all knows that I hate green beans, but they probably don't know what you don't like.
Chicken livers.
Any kind of liver, right?
Yeah, I mean, chicken liver definitely. Beef liver I actually used to eat, and I could probably choke it down if I had to now, but no. The chicken livers are just, they're atrocious. So,
and what's kind of funny about that is, like, I'm super picky, but when I was little, my mom used to make chicken, they were fried, I think, chicken livers for my dad because he liked them, and I would eat it sometimes. I don't think I really knew what I was eating.
Well, I'll tell you the crazy thing, Kentucky Fried Chicken, I think for a while, you could order liver and gizzards. I kid you not. They would fry them up and liver and gizzards, and that's like, that's my idea of hell on earth.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to have to put like a rating on here. Okay. All right. What's the best part about your job? You go first.
Best part about my job is, getting to help people. That's really good. And then also the freedom that it gives me. I get to make my own schedule, so I like that. Just
a reminder, he works in insurance.
Yes, Medicare insurance. So
if you need Medicare insurance, let's put the commercial in right here. We could let it roll across the screen.
Yes.
He's your man. Okay. The best part of my job. I have a lot of, I'm trying to think what's the best part of my job. I guess probably the people that I work with and the kids. So I love the people in my school. I really do. I love the teachers, the staff. I love the little cuties. And then I love the people that like are my peers, like the other principals and in the central office staff. I mean, it really is just great people to work with. I'm not just saying that either. I really, really love it. Okay.
Favorite concert?
Oh, we probably talked about this before. I honestly don't know.
No, neither. We've been to a bunch of them. Probably, I really like the Matt Nathanson Train and the Fray. That was, and then Counting Crows the first time we saw him, I thought was really good.
I mean, I really liked Garth Brooks just because he puts on such a good show. I mean, I like his songs anyway, but I wouldn't say he's like my favorite artist of all time or anything like that, but just a really good show. I've seen him twice. I don't know. I love Kenny Chesney. I've seen Kenny a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've talked about concerts, I know, like I said before, but it's hard to...
We saw Zach Brown. That was pretty good. Went on forever. Gosh, that thing. Dave Matthews, that one went on forever. But anyway.
Yeah. That's a hard one. I can't just... I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Okay. Oh. What would you tell a couple who just got married?
Run. Run fast. No, kidding. That's a joke. Good communication is probably, and listening are the most important things to get you through forever.
And I'll start by saying we are certainly no experts. I mean, we've been married 20 years. We dated for almost 2 years before that. So, it's like half my life at this point. So I don't want to come out like, oh, well, this is, we know we got it all figured out. But I would probably say the same thing, which sounds kind of cliche, but I think that it really has been the biggest, and making time for each other. Like being really intentional about that, I think, because, I mean, we have, even when the kids were little, and I don't mean it has to be like, trips out of town or even nights out, but I mean, just, I don't know, time to just sit down and kind of catch up and talk. But I do think the biggest thing is probably just being honest with what we're feeling, even when it's not going to be a popular thing to talk about or to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like both of us.
And don't insult the other person. Don't insult the other person. That would be really, really bad.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I see it because.
Yeah. And that's something though that came to my mind. Like, don't talk badly about your significant other to other people. You know what I mean? Like, talk to each other when things are not.
Yeah.
If there's something on your mind or something's bothering you or there's an issue or a problem, which we've really been, I mean, we have been really blessed with. I mean, I think we have a really great relationship, but.
I just remember when I did counseling that these couples would come in, and I mean, literally, they would say things to each other that I couldn't even imagine saying to my worst enemy. I mean, it was tearing each other apart, and it was not good. So.
Did y'all know that Brian has a master's degree in marriage and family counseling? That might be news to a lot of people.
It probably is.
I really think that, like, Brian's dad really modeled. I mean, my parents did too, but I'm just talking about as far as me, thinking about him as a husband. And I really do think that your dad's influence and really just the way he modeled being a husband and a father, but like even the things like, and I think we'll make a video sometime about like traditional roles, you know what I mean? But I think that, I mean, since I've known you, your dad, nobody asked him to do anything. He just gets up and takes care of it. He doesn't, I mean, I just feel like that has helped you to become who you are too.
Yeah. And I think my parents always had a really good relationship that we could look at and learn from.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I feel like we could go on forever about that.
But they don't want to hear forever.
No.
So.
All right. Best meal you've ever eaten? Oh, we like to talk about food. Now you're up our alley. I know yours. Go ahead though.
Yeah. Mama's Franklin Barbecue in Austin, Texas.
Okay. Yeah. Austin, Texas. Franklin Barbecue. which is really well known. What's his name?
Aaron Franklin.
Aaron Franklin. So tell me about the experience. So you go get in line. It's like this little small little place.
Well, it started as a trailer, and they did that for a while, and then it got built up so big they had to go to a brick and mortar. But when I say brick and mortar, it's kind of like a shed almost. But it's not. I mean, it's not bad. It's nice. It's not like in a bad part of town or anything. It's not a bad restaurant. But you basically, when you get there, if you don't get there like at 6 o'clock, and they don't open until around, I think, what, 10:30 or 11?
I don't remember.
It's 10:30 or 11. If you don't get there by around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, then you're going to be waiting in about a 2 to 3 hour line.
Sometimes they run out, and they'll tell you, like, they come down the line and they tell you, by the time we get to that, it's down to a science. Like, they'll say, by the time we get to this point in the line, we're going to have plenty of brisket, but we may not have any more sausage, or we might not have, it's like that. Like,
brisket always goes first.
Yeah, and they'll tell you, like, okay, you can stay in line. We'd love for you to, but just so you know, there's not going to be any whatever by the time we get to you. So we waited 2 hours. Well, okay. So the kids were younger, not way younger, but they were, what's it been, 6 years?
Something like that.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, and so we get there, and we knew the line would be long, and you wait outside. It's all outside. And we get in line, and we knew it was going to be a long time. And so I think we all did wait there for a little while. And then I found out there was a park right up the road. And so actually I took the kids because, kids don't want to stand in a line for ever. And so I took the kids and we went up to that park and hung out for a while. And I think there was a playground and you stood in line. Then we came back and waited in line.
Yeah, we got there. I think we got there around 10 and we were eating a little after 1.
So was it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
And keep in mind that Brian Murray does not like to wait. And patience is not his strong suit. He's got so many strengths. That's just...
No, patience is not.
So that's saying a lot. It was really, really good.
I would do it again in a heartbeat. And we'll do it again in a heartbeat.
Okay. So that's his. Mine, I loved my meal at that place called Cane Prime in Nashville. It was really good. But I also love plain old cheap slice.
What did you have at Cane Prime? You got
I had steak. It was a Wagyu filet mignon. It was small, but it was plenty. And it had some kind of truffle butter. And let me say this too. I don't really always love, like, if something's fancy or expensive, that's not like super appealing to me. Usually I think things like that end up not being, very, very good. And then, oh my goodness, the side dishes. There was like this lobster popcorn thing, an appetizer. I know that sounds crazy, but it was so good. And then the macaroni and cheese, best I've ever had. Some kind of different kinds of potatoes, and I don't know. Anyway, it was really, really good. And then I was just trying to say, though, I also love just a cheap old slice of New York pizza. That might be one of my favorite things I've ever eaten too. Okay.
Give me a taco. I'm happy.
Okay, y'all. Pizza or tacos? Pizza or tacos? Pizza. All the way.
Tacos. Yeah.
Describe your perfect date. Okay. We talked about this not that long ago.
Yeah, we don't spend a lot of time on it.
I don't know if we talked about it on camera, but we were talking to each other about it. I just said I would want to probably just, not considering we're not like, in a Caribbean island or something, just around here, I would say get something, go out to dinner, something that we both enjoy. I like doing things like shows. Like, I like movies, but I like going to things like plays, like Barter Theater, or if there was like a touring Broadway show or something, I would love that. And you said live music, which I also love live music, right?
Yeah, well, I'd love to go get some good food, sit outside. It's warm. I can't stand the cold, hate the cold. Cold is the worst thing in the world.
Tell us how you really feel about the cold.
Oh, it's awful. I can't stand it. Warm, that's the thing. Be able to sit outside, have some good food, maybe have some lights strung around the top. Just get to sit and relax and talk and visit, and then have some good live music going on. And that's probably,
that sounds good to me too. Okay, this one is like kind of broad. So what are your plans for 2021? Well,
not die of COVID.
I am planning to. Well, we did end up traveling a little bit last year, but you know, it was very restricted. So since we've had COVID and I've been vaccinated, I'm thankful for that opportunity being in education, and hopefully you will be able to be soon. But we are making some travel plans that should be fun. What other plans? Is this the year you're going to open your taco?
What kind of plans are we talking about?
I don't know. It just says, what are your plans for 2021?
Well, I mean,
I'm planning to finish this doctorate. Let's say that.
Oh, gosh, yes.
It has been submitted.
No, yay.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, things I'm planning to do. I'm planning to keep learning to play guitar better. I'm planning to keep on going to the gym regularly, unless the CDC shuts everything down again. Planning, I don't know.
So the question was, is this the year that you open your taco stand / taco truck?
I don't know if it's this year, but it's very likely going to be next year.
Oh.
So that's
Can we get that in writing?
I don't know about a truck, but maybe a stand at the farmer's market or something.
What do y'all think? Is that a good idea? Leave us a comment.
Yeah.
How should he do it with the least risk? That's what comes down to.
Least risk and least cost.
Remember the last video? Who spends more and who's the risk taker? Neither one are him. So
well, risk taker, you got to figure out like physical risk. Yes, most definitely.
But yeah. Because I'm not a risk taker with like jumping out of planes or anything like that.
I don't know about jumping out of a plane, but if we're like climbing rocks and ones that, I do all that. But no, as far as the financial stuff,
Okay, we have two more. And they're both about you and cooking.
Oh, okay.
Has Brian always loved to cook, and how did he learn?
I mean, always. I was 13. I remember it was the summer. When I was 13, I started watching some cooking shows, PBS. And I think I remember one of them, Graham Kerr. I don't know. He's called the Galloping Gourmet. Some of you maybe remember him, but he had come up with this new show, and I started watching that. And then there was this other guy called the Frugal Gourmet or something. I don't remember. They were both on PBS.
So this was before Food Network, before any of that stuff was out there.
Precursors, yeah, definitely. And Yan Can Cook, I remember that. That was Chinese. So I remember watching some TV shows, and the thing was I always loved food. And so the problem was I had to wait on somebody else to cook it or somebody take me to go get it. And so I thought, you know what? I wonder if I could make my own food. And so when I started watching this, I tried to figure some things out. And then I started experimenting from things I had seen. And so I think the very first thing I made myself was macaroni and cheese from scratch. And actually turned out really good.
Well, God bless the Galloping Gourmet.
Yeah. So that started when I was about 13, and then ever since I got bitten by the bug, and it's always been a passion, and it's something I've always wanted to get better at and keep experimenting and doing more and learning more. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to try, and the more I tried, and the more went well, the more I wanted to learn, and so forth and so on, and it kept going. And so. Yeah, so now it's gotten to the point
where... It's interesting that you were so young because, I mean, you were also, like, interested in riding bikes and playing football and all those things.
Tennis and basketball and football and all that. And, this one's going to blow your mind. Cross-stitch. Yeah, I did. I know. Crazy. Yeah. So... You're
very well-rounded.
I guess. I'm a Renaissance man. Okay. But, yeah, so I've always loved that. So
My teachers at school, some of them say that I think I put you next to God, and I'm like, well, yeah.
Okay, sure. Why not?
God, way higher. And, pretty close to them.
So learning would be watching cooking shows and experimenting to trial and error. So I don't have any formal training. It wasn't like I was in the kitchen with my grandmother or mother because they didn't cook much and we didn't live near my grandparents. So basically it was just learning on my own. So I guess you could say I'm self-taught.
Your mom might not like that you said she doesn't cook much. I think she cooked and provided food for you.
Well, she did. Yeah, but
I know what you mean. Like,
yeah, it wasn't like spending hours in the kitchen and the recipes passed down through generations. So, no. I mean, it was basically we would throw something together pretty quickly and usually about the same 5 or 6 dishes and just stuff that she had either found from other people or her mom or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't like a spend hours and cook stuff from scratch.
Like a passion.
Yeah, like making her own chicken broth or something. I mean, this was, it was stuff we did fast and just kind of get it from other recipes and things. So.
Okay, favorite type of food Brian likes to cook?
Oh my gosh. Wow, that is a tough one. I mean, barbecue, pulled pork, I could probably do with my eyes closed, and I actually do it in my sleep because I let it go during the night. So I love the flavor of it, and I like how it comes out perfect every time now. I've got it down to a science. So that would probably be the thing that overall I would say is my go-to.
Just what you enjoy cooking is the question. Like, not what do you cook the most, but
that's a hard one, because here's the thing.
Type of food.
Here's the thing. I'll think of a recipe, I'll mull it over, sometimes for years before I even try it. And once I try it, if it doesn't come out quite right, I'll keep on hammering away at it. And then once I get it to where I want, I like never want to cook it again. So I get bored with it. There's always another challenge out there for me to go to. So I will go back and recook it, but it's not like joyful for me. It's not something that I'm as passionate about at that point. So it's always like, what's the next challenge? So there's not one thing that I love cooking, because after what I would say perfect it or get it where I want it to be, I get bored with it and I want to move on. So I don't know. I'm always enjoying getting the next thing. Let's say that. So.
Yeah. I'll tell you what my favorite things are that you cook. I don't think that's a question. Okay, besides your pizza, obviously.
Well, yeah, favorite type of food Brian likes to cook. That could be you. What's your favorite type? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
love your pizza, and like anything like cheese bread, and then these. Have we told them about the cinnamon knot things before? Oh, they're so good. The cinnamon bread stuff that he makes, like with leftover pizza dough. It's
basically little cinnamon rolls, but instead of using a cinnamon roll dough, I just use the leftover pizza dough.
So good. And then my next two are definitely chicken enchiladas and shredded chicken tacos.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. And the funny thing is, I don't like chicken as much. I used to love chicken.
Well, I make that soup too.
Chipotle.
No, it's Southwestern chicken, poblano corn chowder.
That's a fancy name.
That is.
All right.
Shredded chicken taco. Did you say shredded chicken too?
I did.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I mean, I like everything that you cook, but pretty much.
Yep.
But those are my favorites. Yep. Okay, I think that's it on questions. So, got anything else?
No. I'm ready for spring to get here. Sick of the weather. But anyway, no, nothing else to add.
It's supposed to be pretty tomorrow.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. This one's a little bit longer, I think 22 minutes. So thanks very much. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.